Today we're going to learn about square roots with variables. More importantly, how to simplify these expressions. Utilize prime factorization and product property, then simplify. So prime factorization is simply breaking up these expressions into smaller parts. In the case of the first expression, we don't need to do much, but we can write the square root of 4x squared as being equivalent to the square root of 4 times x squared. To which then we can use the product property to write it as the square root of 4 times the square root of x squared. Square root of 4 is going to be 2, and the square root of x squared, we know this is the equivalent of x squared times 1/2. We note that the square root and the square cancels out, so we're going to have x. So our final answer is going to be 2x. Next we have square root of 32, a squared b to the 4th. So first let's use prime factorization on the 32. 16 of which we can take the square root of, so we'll stop there for now. So we can rewrite this as 16 times 2 times a squared times b to the 4th, which is going to equal to square root of 16 times the square root of 2 times the square root of a squared times the square root of b to the 4th. So square root of 16 is 4. Then we have root 2. Then we have square root of a squared. The square root and the square is going to cancel out, so we're going to have a. And the square root of b to the 4th, remember that the square root is equivalent to the 1/2 power. So the 1/2 power times 4, that's going to be equal to b to the 2nd. So this is going to be our answer. And finally, we have square root of 90, x to the 3rd, y to the 4th, and z to the 5th. What can we break up 90 into? Well, we can break it up into 10 and 9. 9 has a square, 10 does not, but 10 can be broken up into 5 and 2. So we're going to have the square root of 5 times 2 times 9, and then times x to the 3rd, y to the 4th, and z to the 5th. This is going to be equal to, now let's simplify this part. So square root of 5 and square root of 2, we're just going to make that square root of 10. Square root of 9, we'll make that 3. Square root of x cubed, we actually can break it up into square root of x squared and square root of x. Square root of y to the 4th, that's going to be equal to y to the 2nd, and we have square root of z to the 5th. Now this is going to be equal to square root of 10 times 3 times x times square root of x times y to the 2nd. Square root of z to the 5th can be broken up into square root of z to the 4th times square root of z. And finally, we're going to get square root of 10 times 3 times x times square root of x times y squared times z to the 2nd times square root of z. So now if we write this all into one expression, we'll get 3y squared z squared x square root of 10x z. So this is going to be our simplified expression.